Hey everybody, it is Cosmo the Coder here, and I haven't done one of these for a while. I'm going to do a little vlog just to update you guys, give you guys what's going on, hopefully in the next few months, and see how it goes. So first of all, a big hello to all the new people that have subscribed recently. Hello everybody, thank you for subscribing. As always, please feel free to comment on any videos. I usually respond if it's a question or otherwise. You know, you're welcome to the channel. You know, thank you for subscribing. I've also noticed that my views are past like 12,000, which is really cool for me anyway. Granted, again, some of those are basically because of certain videos that are titled in certain ways, mainly Far Cry 4 ones for some reason, but you know, it's just the way that these works. I don't really care about views. It's a silly way of measuring things, because a view can be just someone watching it for 3 seconds. You know, I don't pay much attention to that, but it's worth noting in some ways. And what was the other stuff? And it's gone completely out of my head. Anyway, oh, and we also passed 1,000 videos on the channel, which isn't a big deal again, but it's sort of saying, wow, have I done 1,000 videos? Really? What was I just talking about? I must have been talking about a lot of rubbish, but hey, that's the way it goes, right? Anyhow, so a big thank you for anyone who's watched my videos. A big thank you for anyone who's subscribed. A big thank you for anyone who has been bothered whatsoever to comment and say anything worthwhile. Now, what's coming up? Well, August is always a bit slow. It's the summer holidays, you know. There's not many games coming out, so we're carrying on as we are. You know, I've started playing Wolfenstein: The New Order, which I hope is going to be quite a bit of fun. You know, it's basically run and gun, isn't it? You know, that's kind of it's a first-person shooter. It's nothing more intelligible than that. It's a bit strange playing it because it sort of relies heavily on old-style game mechanics, like picking up your own ammunition and stuff. You don't walk over it to pick things up. It's kind of odd, but you know, we'll see how we go with that. We also carry on with The Witcher 3, which I'm about to play in a minute, as my long play game. So by all means, check that playthrough out if you like that kind of stuff. What else are we doing? Batman Arkham Knight is done, but I am doing New Game Plus, but I will be doing that later on. You know, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to see what happens in terms of the PC patch and everything, but you know, and also the DLC. You know, I had thought about playing the DLC, but I'm not too bothered by it now. I'm Batmaned out. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm sick of Batman. I'm sick of third-person shooters. So that's kind of why I didn't go back to GTA 5. It's just one of those things where it just seemed like a bit silly. I'm driving a car around and shooting people, and I just thought, you know what, I'll play something a bit different for now, and maybe we'll come back to it later. Now, speaking of coming back to things, this September, at the moment, I've got nothing planned, so I've decided that I'm going to do a theme for it, and I'm going to go back to Skyrim. Now, for those of you who don't know, Skyrim was my first long play game that I kind of stopped playing for The Witcher 3. Purely because, you know, Skyrim has been out for, well, 3+ years, 3-4 years now. And there's lots of videos out there and everything, and whilst people were watching it on Twitch and everything, it was kind of a thing that I was getting bored on. I had spent 70, 80 odd hours plus playing it. I don't know exactly how many, so don't quote me on it. And I thought, you know what, I'll switch it to The Witcher 3. It's out now, it's a current game, people might be interested in it. And I'm enjoying The Witcher 3, so this September will be Skyrim September, where apart from Cosmo tries it at the first stream of the month, which if memory serves will probably be the 1st of September, because I think that's a Tuesday. I'm going based on what I know my son's school dates are, so I think that's right, but it's either the 1st or something. It's like something around that sort of time. Now, I don't know what that game is going to be yet. I haven't picked one out, but we'll figure that out then. And then, apart from The Witcher 3 on Thursdays, every stream will be Skyrim. The plan is to try and at least get closer to finishing the DLC, which I think was Dragonborn, and then have a look at the other DLC, and then try and finish up any other bits and pieces and everything. So by all means, check out the playthrough that is already there for Skyrim, because it's kind of weird, because I started actually streaming Skyrim at the very, very beginning, and as you'll see over time, it'll change as things develop. So my understanding of audio levels gets better, my camera comes into play, my green screen comes into play. You know, it slowly changes over time. So hopefully, you know, the plan is to try and do as much as Skyrim, and then maybe hopefully putting it to bed and saying, you know what, I've done a lot of Skyrim. It's an old game, yeah, but it's a fun game, and we've done pretty much as we can within the game. I know there's quite a few things I still want to try out in Skyrim, but we'll see how we go. Now, that's pretty much set for how September's going to be. Now, this is obviously dependent on Life is Strange. Now, I don't know when episode 5 is coming out. Episode 4 took a long time to come out. It actually took longer than the 8 weeks that supposedly it was supposed to do. But, you know, it was worth the wait for those of you who watched it. So we'll see what happens there. It might come out end of September. It might come out early October. Well, yeah, it's going to be a wait and see thing, isn't it? This is the trouble with episodic games. The schedule's kind of, oh, it's finished, let's release it. You know, and that's the kind of mentality for episodic games. It's annoying to do when it comes to planning anything, but c'est la vie, it's the way things are. Right, I think that's about it for you guys. Once again, keep liking videos, keep commenting on things, ask questions, and so on and so forth. And that's it, guys. So hopefully you're enjoying what I do. If not, let me know. If you are, let me know. And until next time, this is Cosmocoder signing off.